Kung Fu Strike: The Warrior's Rise is a 3D beat-em-up game at the purest sense. You go from arena to arena and beat up the same looking enemies over and over again, and in between loading screens you get a little bit of story just to know what the hell's going on. The story itself is very simple. You have a guy named Lo who used to be a prince and someone betrayed him, and now you're gonna go around, beat up a bunch of people and find out who betrayed you. That's the story, and it's completely forgettable. But what makes up for the story is the combat, which is very fast-paced, smooth, responsive, and extremely fun. It's mostly button mashing, but it has a good feeling to the action. Your character, Lo, is quick and will be able to switch to different enemies fast. Lo can also evade, block, and parry attacks, which will become very useful later on in the game when the difficulty starts to spike. And there are occasional boss fights here and there that requires you to be a little less button masher friendly and be a little bit more smarter about your attacks, because if you just go in there wailing your arms around, you could get your ass kicked because these bosses are pretty tough. Now the game has 28 stages. Each will take you anywhere from 3 to 15 minutes to beat, matters on what difficulty and stage you are on. In between each stage you can actually upgrade Lo with coins that you receive when defeating enemies. You can upgrade his health, attack, or give him brand new moves to pull off. This and the grading system after each stage adds plenty of replay value to a game that is already long enough. Now graphically the game has a cel shaded look which works okay, but after playing it for a little while everything starts to look really bland. Characters repeat way too much and environments are almost all indoors, and even the ones outside don't look all that great either. Nothing's really pretty or well designed, but it doesn't look terrible, so it looks okay, it looks meh. So while the story is completely forgettable and the graphics aren't amazing, I would say the game is definitely worth your $10 because the gameplay here is just so much fun. The combat is brutal, very fast paced, very smooth. It's some of the best I've seen in an arcade game in a very long time. And also one thing I did not mention because I did not play it is the cooperative mode in the game, which you can actually play the entire 5 to 6 to 7 hour campaign with another buddy. The thing is I couldn't find anybody to play with because it's a local multiplayer mode, which kind of sucks. It's not online, but still, if you have a buddy and you want a game that is a lot of fun gameplay wise, then this is the game for you, because the graphics aren't Crysis 2 and the story isn't Mass Effect. It's just straight up beat 'em up action, and it's a lot of fun. And also, before I forget, you do also get another multiplayer mode where you can actually compete against each other, so it's a competitive mode. So if you want to play that too, you got that as well. So there you go, you get like 3 modes, you get a lot of gameplay for $10. That's pretty cheap for a game. So I highly recommend this game just for gameplay itself. Go have some fun with Kung Fu Strike. I thought it was a lot of fun. There you go. There's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and goodbye.